This is Akashvani Mangaluru. Yuvavani. Dear friends, welcome to today's English Yuvavani program. Today we broadcast 3 speeches. A talk by Rajwa Quasim in connection with the Red Planet Day. Talk on the menace of microplastics by Athmika, and a short speech on artificial intelligence by Abhishek Shetty Halady. In the beginning, it is Rajwa Quasim speaking in connection with the Red Planet Day, that is November 28.
November 28th marks a special day in the history of space exploration, Red Planet Day. It was on this day in 1964 that NASA's Mariner 4 spacecraft was launched, and a mere 8 months later, it would achieve a milestone that reshaped our understanding of the red planet forever. In 1965, Mariner 4 became the first spacecraft to fly by Mars, sending back the first ever close-up images of its surface. Those images ignited a wave of fascination, speculation, and scientific curiosity about Mars that has carried on nearly for 6 decades. The legacy of Mariner 4 continues to drive humanity's quest to explore Mars, searching for answers about the planet's past, its potential for life, and its role in the future of space exploration. And as we commemorate of this historic day, we look not only at how far we have come, but also at how far we still have to go in understanding our mysterious neighbor in the solar system. Mars has long captured human imagination. For centuries, its reddish appearance in the night sky has led to countless myths and theories about the planet. The ancient Babylonians, for example, named Mars after Nergal, the god of war, due to its blood-red hue. In Greek and Roman mythology, the planet's namesake Eris and Mars was also gods of war, a fitting symbol for a planet that seemed, at first glance, hostile and uninhabitable. However, it wasn't until 20th century that modern science began to investigate Mars with the kind of technological precision that would unlock the mysteries of the planet. During the space race in the 1960s, the United States and the Soviet Union began sending spacecraft to explore Mars. NASA's Mariner program, which aimed to send robotic probes to the red planet, became a key player in this effort. Mariner 4 was a bold attempt. Sent on November 28, 1964, it sought to fly by Mars and send back as much as information as possible. There was no way to land rovers on its surface, and we knew very little about our neighboring planet. Most of what scientists thought they knew was based on speculation and observation through telescopes. Some believed that Mars might harbor life, perhaps in the form of canals or even advanced civilizations. Others speculated about oceans or fertile lands, a place that might someday be suitable for human settlement. But after traveling nearly 8 months through space, Mariner 4's mission would dramatically rewrite all that. The spacecraft was fitted with a television camera capable of taking high-resolution images of the Mars surface. Over a number of days, Mariner 4 sent 21 pictures back to Earth, revealing a desolate, cratered terrain that was stark and lifeless. The barren landscape was a cold world, dry Mars which had more in common with our own moon than the fertile planet some had imagined. The spacecraft pictures painted a much less inviting picture of Mars as a planet than what had been imagined by many people. And perhaps, most importantly of all, they made one question: could life ever have existed on Mars? The images from Mariner 4 not only debunked many popular myths about Mars, but also threw open door to new possibilities. It was evident that at a glance that Mars had experienced an eventful past. The question of whether life could have existed on Mars remained open, and this would become one of the driving forces behind all future missions. Despite all this, people still hoped to learn more about the Red Planet, and future missions such as Viking 1 and its twin Viking 2 which helped define our current understanding of Mars. The Mariner 4's success was a great leap forward, and it had a far reaching impact on space exploration. First, it provided detailed photographs of Mars to mankind, and secondly, as a practical experiment using unmanned spacecraft, it demonstrated they not only could come and go from Earth to the vicinity of other planets, but also gather valuable data and transmit it back home. In this sense, Mariner began a new era. Mariner 4's success was an important first step towards future missions such as Mariner 6 and 7, which continued their survey on the Martian surface in the 1960s and then later Viking missions in 1970s. The impact of Mariner 4 was profound. Its photograph shocked the world for the first time in history. People all over the earth were able to see real pictures of another planet. It seized the public imagination and helped to keep the concept of space exploration alive to this day. And it also raised a new issue, a life outside Earth, a theme which would remain central to NASA's program exploring Concorde Mars. In the years after Mariner 4's successful flyby, other spacecraft would fly past Mars. The Viking missions in the 1970s included landers on Mars which sent back data about the planet's surface, atmosphere, and weather patterns. While Viking did not find incontrovertible evidence of life, it provided important information that laid the foundation of future exploration. Today, NASA continues to be at the forefront of Mars research, sending mission after mission to study this intriguing planet. Each new mission continues the work began by Mariner 4, adding to our knowledge of Mars and what its future may be like. In the 1990s, NASA introduced a new era of Mars exploration with the Mars Pathfinder mission. This effort included the first mobile rover to land on the Martian surface, Sojourner. Sojourner had clearly shown that one of the most powerful ways to learn about a planet is by using rovers that can get up close and personal. Sojourner's landing on Mars showed that robot missions to the Red Planet were not only feasible but also tremendously effective. The 2000s brought a new chapter in Mars exploration with the landing of the Spirit and Opportunity rovers, which far exceeded expectations, operating for years longer than anticipated and providing invaluable data on Mars geology, climate, and potential for past life. Opportunity in particular traveled over 28 miles across the Martian surface, making it one of the most successful robotic missions in history. In 2012, the Curiosity rover landed on Mars as part of NASA's Mars Science Laboratory mission. Curiosity was designed to investigate whether Mars could have supported microbial life in its past. One of the Curiosity's most significant discoveries was evidence that liquid water once flowed on the Martian surface, providing tantalizing clues about the planet's potential for habitability. The latest rover to land on Mars is Perseverance, which touched down in 2021. Perseverance is designed to search for signs of ancient life, study Mars geology, and collect samples that could one day be returned to Earth. Perseverance is also testing a new technology, the Ingenuity helicopter, which successfully completed the first powered flight on Mars in 2021, a major milestone for space exploration. But NASA's exploration of Mars is not just about sending robotic probes to the Red Planet. It's also about preparing for a future where humans will one day walk on Mars. NASA's Artemis program, which aims to return astronauts to the moon, is seen as a critical step towards the long-term goal of sending humans to Mars in the 2030s. The knowledge gained from living and walking on the moon will be essential for planning the more difficult and dangerous journey to Mars. The investigation of Mars is primarily driven by the objective of identifying signs of life, both historical and contemporary. Despite the initial observations from Mariner 4 indicating an uninhabited planet, a prevailing hypothesis among scientists posits that Mars may have hosted life in its ancient past. Data obtained from previous missions indicate that the planet once experienced a significantly more temperate and humid climate, characterized by the presence of lakes, rivers, and potentially an expansive ocean. This hypothesis is concerning the existence of former life on Mars served as a compelling catalyst for ongoing exploration efforts. Currently, the Perseverance rover is engaged in examinations within the Jezero crater, systematically searching for evidence of ancient microbial life, which may manifest as fossils or organic compounds. The identification of even the most rudimentary form of life on Mars would represent a groundbreaking achievement in the scientific community, with profound implications for the understanding of biological systems and the possibilities of life beyond Earth. Moreover, the implications of the quest for life on Mars extend beyond the confines of the planet itself. Moreover, the implications of the quest for life on Mars extend beyond the confines of the planet itself, influencing the broader search for extraterrestrial life throughout the universe. The affirmation of life on Mars could suggest the likelihood of life existing in other celestial environments, such as the moons of Jupiter and Saturn, or even on exoplanets orbiting remote stars. The discovery of life on Mars would be a pivotal moment in our quest to understand our place in the cosmos. Looking ahead, the future of Mars exploration is filled with exciting possibilities. NASA's continued exploration, alongside the efforts of private companies like SpaceX. SpaceX, which Elon Musk started, has created the Starship spacecraft to help make travel to Mars cheaper and more practical. Musk's dream of building a human settlement on Mars may sound bold, but the quick progress from SpaceX and similar companies is pushing us closer to making space travel a reality. In the coming years, we can expect even more missions to Mars. Some will focus on gathering more information about the planet's geology, climate, and history. Others will lay the groundwork for future human exploration, testing technologies and strategies that will be crucial for long-term duration stays on the red planet. NASA's focus on developing technologies for sustainable living on Mars, such as producing oxygen from the Martian atmosphere and growing food in the Martian soil, is essential for the future of human space exploration. Mariner 4 marked the beginning of a thrilling journey in space exploration, one that still sparks the curiosity of people everywhere. The empty, cratered scenes caught by Mariner 4's lenses remind us of the ongoing quest to find evidence of life that once might have existed. The journey to uncover the secrets of Mars is still very much alive. Each fresh discovery helps us learn more about the planet's history, where it stands now, and what lies ahead. As we look towards the next chapter in Mars exploration, we are reminded of how far we have come and how farther we can go. The legacy of Mariner 4 and the many missions that followed will continue to guide and inspire future generations of explorers, scientists, and dreamers as we journey further into the unknown.
That was Rajwa Quasim A speaking in connection with the Red Planet Day. Now, Athmika will deliver a speech on the menace of microplastics.
Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not every man's greed. Mahatma Gandhi. The purpose of this talk is to expose the human greeds that leads to the destruction of nature. The contamination started when humans made something with an objective to facilitate human activities. One example is the use of plastic. Plastic is very useful for human activities such as containing food, bag alternatives, and many more. This eventually becomes uncontrollable and a massive issue for the future. We know that many of the health problems we face is because of our modern lifestyle. Modern lifestyle has increased the risk of various physical and physiological health problems. The unhealthy lifestyle of people in the modern world has exposed them to various illnesses, disabilities, and even deaths. The blame is directly on the food we consume. That leads to various metabolic diseases that are obesity, hypertension, cancer, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, PCOD or PCOS, and other health problems. One aspect of the food that pose a problem is the presence of microplastic or nanoplastic in it. Tiny pieces of plastic that are 1 micrometer or smaller and is easily absorbed in the body are microplastics. Micro and nanoplastics are emerging pollutants released into the food, beverages, and environment from plastic products by weathering, oxidative damage, and mechanical stress. Microplastics also enter our body through the plastic packaging found on almost everything in the grocery store. Almost everything you eat or drink will contain microplastics. But some foods are more contaminated than others. Here's a list of 3 foods with high microplastic contamination. Number 1. Fish. Belonging to the coastal region, we are ought to have a diet rich in seafood. But it is estimated that there are 24 trillion pieces of microplastics in the ocean. So it is unsurprising that sea animals often ingest plastic. When eating an oceanic creature, you're also eating all the plastic it has consumed. Thus the entire food chain is affected. Hence, depending on the level of biomagnification in the food chain, the meat is contaminated. Number 2. Fruits and vegetables. We are often advised to follow a healthy diet, which involves fruits and vegetables. But due to the level of pollution of microplastic in terms of soil and in pesticide which are packaged in plastic, it is said that microplastics absorb in plants through their root system and they enter seeds, leaves, and fruits depending on the microplastic size. Apple and carrot are the most contaminated fruit and vegetable. Number 3. Salt and sugar. Several brands of salt and sugar sold in India, both packaged and unpackaged, sold online and in local markets, were found to contain certain levels of microplastic. A study done by Toxic Link, a non-government organization working in the area of environmental research and advocacy, found that iodized packaged salt had the highest concentration of microplastic, while organic rock salt had the lowest. So the next time when you're seasoning your food, you might be just shaking on hundreds of microplastics. Hence, the list goes on, but I have highlighted the 3 main food items we consume on our daily basis. You know what's in a packet of biscuits when you buy it, but you do not know what are the chemicals in the wrapper. Much of the time, we consider reading the behind label of any food item before purchasing, but fail to understand that even if the food you're consuming is free of preservatives, the wrapper used is enough to harm our cells and lead us to chronic diseases. Obviously, the leaching of the microplastic is not just in the food but also in the air we breathe, water, electronic devices, synthetic fiber like polyester, etc., cosmetics, sanitary pads, and much more. Now let us understand the effect of nanoplastic in our body. In particular, plastic contains endocrine disrupting chemicals that could wreak havoc on certain messaging systems in the human body. Some recycled plastics contain concentrated levels of these chemicals. Most endocrine disrupting chemicals are lipophilic, meaning they combine with dissolved fats, so people are exposed to them through the oil in sweat, through skin, and into our body, and most concerningly, through the fat in our food. Endocrine disrupting chemicals can leach from plastic food packaging and storage containers directly into the fatty ingredients they contain. Synthetic endocrine disrupting chemicals have a similar structure and size to dozens of hormones including estrogen, testosterone, and thyroid hormones. Usually, the body's endocrine system works a mechanism, sets off a series of steps where endocrine glands release certain hormones in precise quantities at precise times to reach receptors spread throughout the body. That precision in key is triggering the required response. But synthetic endocrine disrupting chemicals mimic, block, and otherwise disrupt this normal functioning. The effect of this fault signaling could be serious and wide-ranging, because the endocrine system helps to moderate everything from fertility, reproduction to growth, metabolism, immunity, and brain development. An common example to this can be ovarian cysts or PCOS that we hear quite often in this present era. One idea is that because of chemical bisphenol A, which is widely used in plastic manufacture that mimics estrogen, an ingredient that's crucial to female sexual and reproductive development, it can disrupt the normal development of the ovaries, thus leading to fertility issues. It is also shown to trigger a proliferation of cells in breast tissues, which could be a precursor to tumors. Another example is phthalate chemical, which is extensively in plastic. Exposure to this can lead to disruption in insulin function that leads to diabetes. According to a research published by Harvard University, microplastics can cause oxidative damage, DNA damage, and changes in genetic activity. Known risks for cancer development. Microplastics have been found in human breast milk and meconium, which is an infant's first stool. Hence, we can conclude that most of chronic conditions one suffers from due to modern lifestyle is somewhere linked to the use of plastics extensively. Plastics has become one of the most used substances. It is seen everywhere these days, from supermarket to common households. The main reason is that plastic is very cheap. It costs lesser than other alternatives like paper and cloth. This is why it is so common. Secondly, it is very easy to use. Plastic can be used for almost anything, either liquid or solid. Moreover, it comes in different forms which can be easily molded. But we just can't ignore the fact plastic pollution is affecting the whole earth, including mankind, wildlife, and aquatic life. It is spreading like a disease which has no cure. We all must realize the harmful impact it has on our lives, so as to avert it as soon as possible. Plastic pollutes our water resources, soil hampering its purity and hence leaving us with no clean resources to depend on. All this because of our own need turned into greed. In short, we see how plastic pollution is ruining everyone's life on earth. We must take major steps to prevent it. We must use alternatives like cloth bags and paper bags instead of plastic bags. If we are purchasing plastic, we must reuse it. We must avoid drinking bottled water, which contributes largely to plastic pollution. The government must put a plastic ban on the use of plastic. All this can prevent plastic pollution to a large extent. A little effort will go a long way to everyone's end. Each action will make a difference. For instance, if one man decides to stop drinking bottled water, thousands of plastic can be saved from consuming. If all this collective efforts starts happening, we can surely save our planet Earth and make brighter Earth.
You have just heard Athmika speaking on the topic Menace of Microplastics. Now, in the end, it is a short speech by Abhishek Shetty Halady on artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence is transformative technology revolutionizing various aspects of our lives. From virtual assistants to self-driving cars, AI increasingly becomes an integral part of daily experiences. AI simulates humans' intelligence in machines, enabling them to think, learn, and act like humans. AI systems analyze vast data, recognize patterns, make decisions, and improve performance over time. AI has various benefits, including increased efficiency, improved accuracy, enhances customers' experience, and medical breakthrough. AI automates repetitive tasks, freeing humans for creative work. AI-powered chatbots provide 24/7 support. However, AI also raises concerns. Job displacement may occur as AI replaces certain jobs, requiring workforce adaptation. AI can perpetuate biases if trained on biased data. Security risks and transparency issues also arise. Ensuring AI decision marketing processes are explainable and accountable is crucial. AI applications are diverse. Virtual assistants like Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant simplify tasks. Image recognition enables facial recognition and object detection. Natural language processing facilities language translation and sentiment analysis. Autonomous systems such as self-driving cars and drones revolutionize transportation and logistics. The future of AI holds immense potential. Intelligent assistants will anticipate users' needs. Autonomous systems will transform transportation, logistics, and healthcare. Personalized educations will tailor learning experiences. Embracing AI requires addressing challenges, ensuring responsible development, and preparing for future. To harness AI's power, education and awareness are essential. Learning about AI and its applications helps individuals adopt, prioritizing ethics, transparency, and accountability ensures responsible AI development. Upskilling and reskilling prepare the workforce for AI-driven changes. The evolution of AI has led to significant advancements in various industries. In healthcare, AI-powered algorithms analyze medical images, diagnose diseases, and develop personalized treatment plans. AI-assisted robots perform complex surgeries with precision and accuracy. In finance, AI-driven systems detect fraudulent transactions, predict market trends, and optimize investment portfolios. AI-powered chatbots provides customer support, answering questionnaires, and resolving issues efficiently. The transportation sector benefits from AI-driven autonomous vehicles, enhancing safety and reducing congestion. AI optimized traffic management systems streamline traffic flow, reducing travel times. AI's impact on education is substantial. AI powered adaptive learning systems tailor educational content to individuals' needs, enhancing students' engagement and outcomes. AI assisted grading systems reduce teacher workload, allowing focus on personalized instruction. However, AI's growth raises ethical concerns. Ensuring AI system prioritize human well-being, fairness and transparency is crucial.
That was Abhishek Shetty Halady speaking on the topic Artificial Intelligence. Dear friends, here we come to the close of today's English Yuvavani program. See you next time. Thank you.